Hello everybody, this is Rue back again after a whole month of not putting out any videos. Sorry about that. I've been busy with work. I have a new job, so I've been there on orientation for about 3 weeks now. But once I'm settled in, I should be putting out more videos more frequently, hopefully. Nothing is set in stone, but I will try. Anyway, today we'll be looking at two Transformer figures. These are obviously bootlegs. I bought them more than 12 years ago at a bootleg store, which is no longer in business, obviously. But I found them very interesting. The price alone was like weird. This one was $12.99, and I'm like, why is it so expensive? And this one was $24.99, and it was like, at first I regretted buying them, but I've had these for so long, and they look good on my shelf. Actually, they don't, because this just looks like a can of Coke from far. And I've mistaken it for an empty can of Coke and almost throwing it away. It has a few dings actually up here from me almost tossing it in the trash. But anyway, I got these for the plain reason that this one came with a CD. This one was expensive, the $24.99. It came with a CD with stolen Transformer artwork. And when I opened it up, I saw there was a bunch of files in Chinese that I couldn't read. But after clicking in each folder for like at about 30 minutes, I found a bootleg copy of Transformers Revenge of the Fallen in there. It was subbed in Chinese or Korean or whatever, but it was just so funny. And I wish I had the CD here with me, but that's at my mom's house, and it's probably in the trash by now with all my other old stuff from my old figures. But enough about that. Let's get into these figures in more detail, and I'll be looking at the Coke one first. Here we have the soda can, and as you can see, it looks just like a soda can. And you could probably also see that there's a lot of gradients here, like shades of red. It's not shadows, it's actually different shades of red. Now, that's because I actually painted this can back all the way when I first got it, because it was all one flat red. Even the top was, so I had to paint that silver, and I had to paint the bottom silver, and I think it turned out pretty good. Here's a can for comparison right here. It's not a Coke can, but that's all I have right now. And it looks pretty good. This is probably a little bit taller, but, The only thing it came with as far as accessories was the little decal for the little decal for the logo. And it came with the sword, which I also painted silver here. It was all one flat red. And I think that turned out pretty good too. Now for a comparison, we have, what is this? This is Spider-Man, Marvel Legends Spider-Man. What is this, the Ben Reilly one? Scarlet Spider-Man. But, yeah, he's 6 inches, so, yeah. But a really good looking Coke can. Now we'll transform this. It's quite easy. Just pull this off. Pull this off, separate the 3 different pieces, move this to the back like so. There's a little lever here. You just move it all the way to the back and then fold it into, and it makes a nice clicking noise. You separate the top, same as the back, the bottom, and you move that to the back. Not too much, because I think it actually cracks after a while. And then you take these 2 pieces, it was connected, and you disconnect it, and you fold the legs down and out. He's kind of wobbly, and then lastly you just take the arms out and flip them out. And let me just move the camera up a bit, and here we have him in robot mode, and he looks pretty good. Now, it's really hard to get him to stand because he's so top heavy. All those little, you can get him to stand. But he looks really good. He has like a Power Rangers-esque face. He's got nice paint. He's got silver paint, blue for the eyes, gold for the top of the helmet. He has some silver here, orange for the little buttons there, or lights or whatever. He has black thighs with the gold kind of decoration there. He's got gold boots with red. And it looks really nice for a bootleg figure. And of course, he can hold his sword. Now there's two holes in his hands to hold the sword, but only this one actually holds it right because the other one's too small to fit in his hand. The hole is too small. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Just for comparison, I have a Alternity Convoy, the silver edition. I don't have the other one, so he's pretty tall. And then just for one more comparison, here he is with Spider-Man again. So he's a little bit over 6 inches actually. I have reviewed this guy, so if you want to look at that, it's in my older videos. But yeah, really nice. I love this figure. Even from the sides, he looks cool. He kind of looks like he's wearing samurai armor on his arms. And in the back, just all the soda kibble that you find. Now for articulation, it's pretty good, but at the same time, it's loose. So he can move his head side to side a little bit, and that's kind of it. His arms can go in and out pretty good. It's a ball joint, so it goes forwards, backwards as well. His hands are on a not a double joint, but they move all the way in more than 90 degrees. His hands have no articulation. I mean, his wrists, his legs are on a ball joint, so they can pretty much go back and forward as much as you want and whatnot. His knees, they don't really move that much because of this part blocking the knee joint, so but it's still pretty good. And he's wobbly, as you can see. Oh well, not too much, but it still bothers me a little bit. So overall, I really like this figure. For $12. It's not really worth it, but it's a nice little how would you say, novelty transformer, and it's pretty good. I like it. I would definitely recommend it if you can find him. You can probably find him online, but you know, it might be pretty hard to though. But yeah, let's move on to the next figure. And here we have the shoe transformer. And unlike the Coke transformer, it's not as good as pretending to be what it is. I mean, you can quite tell this is a toy, but for what it is, it's pretty decent. I have here a shoe for comparison, and as you can see, it's quite a lot smaller. Or maybe I just have really big feet. But yeah. Anyways, let's just take a quick look. Here we have some nice stitching, like molded in stitching, some nice little air vents, I guess, and some nice molded in texture. It's getting quite old, so I kind of don't like to touch this one as much as the Coke can, but they're the same age. But yeah, and there's quite a bit of dust. But on the bottom they have some nice treads. There's a bunch of lines here because, as you'll soon find out, this is much like a shell former, and it's just unplugging panels and putting panels from the back. Anyway, it's a nice shoe. I like it. Now, transformation. This is going to be a little difficult because I don't remember how to do this one as much. I think from what I remember, you pull these off the tab. This comes off a little bit, I think. It's kind of hard, so sorry if it's out of focus or whatever. And yeah, this part comes off. It should come off. I don't know if it will. Might have to skip a few. Oh, there he goes. They're opening, and now you can see that the whole front is open, much like my old shoes. And he can talk. I bet you've never seen a talking shoe before. Oh. Sorry. Anyway, we'll unplug that. Unplug the front. I think I don't want to break it. It's an old toy. And these, I think, you unplug them from here. And they're on pegs. In the inside, you'll see soon enough. There goes the gun, and I'll show you where that was pegged as well. but these are on pegs, so they'll probably fall off. So just unplug those from the bottom. Everything unplugs from the bottom. There you go. Okay, and then you just unplug this. Okay, don't want to break it. See, it unplugged, but it was from this peg hole. I mean, this peg was right here, and there's the hole, and here's where the guns were stored, like this one. So we'll finish unplugging this. I might as well just unplug that from the peg too, and we can work on the rest of the figure from here. So we just pull these out, move the feet out, move this back. Those form the heels, big heels, get it? And we plug this, we unplug the feet, the legs that are together, and we can move this, goes like that, and we can plug the chest into the body, like so. Don't know if it actually pegs in right. Oh, it does peg, just didn't make a noise. And then the hands and arms are obviously one piece, and they plug in right here, like so. And for lack of a better term, we have him in robot mode. We'll move back a bit. So yeah, pretty interesting transformation. It's, like I said, mostly a shell former, because as you can see if you turn around, his whole bottom shoe is actually his back, which doesn't look too good. But he looks cool. He looks like a Power Rangers Megazord kind of thing. And you can unplug the guns here. They're just red guns. I didn't bother painting these, but they clip together to make a big rifle of some sort. I think you can do it. I think it's too, there you go. And I think he can hold it. Last time I checked, yeah, he can hold it. So he's got some nice paint. He's got silver, metallic purple, some blue, some gold, some more silver up here. He's got kind of like a shoelace vibe right here, if you can see that. His face is mostly red, but with silver mouth and eyebrows, and they're on a ball joint, so it doesn't move. Oh, I can move it up actually a little bit. You can turn side to side. His hands go in and out. They go forwards, backwards. His arms can bend in 90 degrees, and it can swivel as well, mainly because of the ball joint, but it's very loose. Same on the other side. His legs can go in and out a little bit, but cannot go forward or backwards, and the knees cannot move at all, and the feet can go up and down. And what's funny about that is that his feet are actually how he looks in his shoe form. So he's wearing gym shoes of himself, just not painted as well. And it's funny, it's kind of like a shoeception kind of thing. And so yeah, I like his old style robot vibe. But and of course these can peg in. You can peg them in. They make them top heavy, so his arms are pretty much limited. But you can, if you wanted to, you can have them going like that, being like so. Yeah, you can have them. You can get him in a pretty good pose. You just gotta work with him a bit. But a really interesting transformation, even though it's just panel pulling, and it's cool. I like it. I like it a lot for what it is, a bootleg. And I'm going back and forth saying it's cheap, but I like it. It's dumb, but I like it. Back and forth. But really, it's really hard to categorize these Transformers because it's so weird. But if you could find them, I moved the board a bit. If you can find them, I would definitely get them online. If they're probably only online now, the store that I went to closed a long time ago. But yeah, definitely try to look them up, especially the one with the bootleg Transformers DVD in there. Yeah. If you want a quick comparison, actually, move this out of the way. Um, Here he is with what's his name? Alternity Convoy, and here he is with Spider-Man. Now he's a little bit more than 6 inches, so there you have it. So that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this gave you an insight of other Transformers that exist out there. And yeah, if you like them, go get them. If you don't, I mean, I couldn't blame you. But they're very interesting. I like them. Anyways, thanks again, and stay tuned. I will have more videos out soon, as soon as I get my life back together. And yeah, let's keep watching the skies.